Easy Delivery Co. is a driving game for crazy heads. Off I go. Oh. Well, okay then.
Perfect.
The game came out on September 18, 2025 with an overwhelmingly positive on Steam and a total of 11 achievements. This game is quite a short game, and to be honest, I say it's a pretty relaxing game to play and you should play it for yourself. After all, there are secrets to be found. So here's the much needed spoiler warning. For those who have stayed, let's get to work. We start the game almost instantly in the car, in the first perspective, and I instantly start modifying the game, so give me a sec. After that, I then start reading the emails, which is mostly just the tutorial for the game, learning to select the job here and getting paid upon completion. So I first select to pick up some easy flowers. It doesn't take long when we arrive at the pickup point. We then get to see our character for the first time as a gray cat. Inside we see a very shy purple and white cat named Ada, saying that we look very similar to the last worker named Seb. But regardless of that, I pick up the flowers and just drag them over. Dropping the package off, I get $4.64, baby, I'm rich! I then select the next job, having to pick up the next package at Easy Eats. Inside, we meet another cat that seems a lot more chatty and a lot older than the other. The cat's name is Tui, and again, he states that we look like Seb. Hell, even a spitting image. But I got dough to make, so I grab the package and leave. I earn the money from the job, and the next one starts. But before I grab the package, I meet a dog near a campfire singing. So I walk up to him and chat. He tells us that we can fix our map, but he'll need something in return for that favor. The favor is quite generous since all he asks is for an energy drink from the nearby vending machine. So with haste, I grab it and return to him. We also learn about the two key mechanics, the wretched cold and energy. The cold weather doesn't let us stay outside for too long. The longer we stay, the more blurred the screen becomes and the potential to die. Our truck is the only weapon against the cold, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Our energy is also vital. Our energy depletes over time. Once we're in a critical state, our movement will become slower and slower unless we consume energy drinks. With that explained, I chat again with the dog and he fixes our map and learn the name MK. He then suggests we should meet up with him later in Snowy Peaks at his cabin for some nice coffee. But there's a roadblock stopping us and we'll need the power of arson to get through. So off we go for more deliveries and money. Amongst my traveling, I come across my first radio tower, which will become more important later, but just keep that in mind for now. While also meeting new people like Ellie, who's slightly questionable. Do you think they should teach dolphins how to read? I don't know, man. I'm just here to grab a package. We then meet Gus at a gas station, but he's a bit of an asshole, but fuel is a necessity for us. I have a weird pizza incident, and finally have enough money for the lighter. So I make it to the shop and meet Fortino, who, for whatever reason, is in love with Ellie. Love is love, I guess. Just let me buy my lighter and duct tape. I then do another delivery and meet someone named Reed at the auto shop. He also mistakes us for Seb for whatever reason, but I grab the package and slams the duct tape on it so it doesn't fall off and we get the very first achievement. I then find the roadblock to Snow Peaks and burn it down to the ground. When we get through it, we also get the second achievement for entering the area. Funnily enough, the same package I duct taped is the package I delivered to MK's cabin. So I chat with him again and he hands us coffee as promised, which is a lot better than the energy drinks since you get a lot more return value on it and it lasts longer. We also learned that this supposed Seb was a dear friend to MK. MK also states that we'll need a pot to cook some coffee, while also having to buy snow tires to the land ahead, meaning we'll have to earn 90 buckos. More driving! The joke's in the game since I already have 47 bucks on hand, instantly buying the required tires. But the pot is still needed. When we leave, MK just suddenly shows up and congrats us for buying the tires, and states he'll be in Fishtown, so I suppose we'll see him later. Amongst more traveling, I meet a new character named Fives working at a bar who apparently has a twin named Sixo, warning us about them. I then meet another cat cashier named Theo. No, not that one. Where I buy some much needed bird seed. I crave hunger. Package time! I then use the bird seeds for their purpose and are rewarded. I then meet up with MK in Fishing Town. right next to a massive gate. When we talk to MK, he tells us that the fishing village used to be a bustling town before EasyCo invaded, with them blocking everyone except for the actual employees and the locals. He asks us to infiltrate the dam, needing supplies from within it, which to be honest has me intrigued. To get in, we'll have to reactivate all the local radio towers that I mentioned earlier. There are 3 in total for us to get to, so off we go. I also finally buy the pot, and when we talk to Fortino, he lets us know that they talked to Ellie. Congrats, my guy, congrats. Anyway, can I have my pot now? With the acquired pot, I cook a handful amount of coffee, so that I don't buy any more energy drinks. I then get the 3 needed radio towers and unlock the main gate. I talk to MK again, and he sends us off to grab the supplies needed from the dam. But of course, it wouldn't be super easy, since it does have some security and we'll need a bumper bar to smash through it. We're also stuck on this side of the gate until MK permanently opens this gate up. We can at least do some fishing here, if we buy the actual fishing rod needed, which only costs $125 less than the bumper. So off we go, with so many deliveries. I then buy the bumper, continuing with the main mission and committing crimes. In the depths of the void, I quickly pick up some radios and dip out, making it to MK and the gate now permanently open. Once I hand him the radio, he then explains what's going on. Every day that goes on, the shopkeepers seem to be getting more ill, with it getting worse since we got here. And by ill, it means their codes have been breaking apart, and MK has an answer to that, but we'll need ice chains and to meet him up at the factory. The chains cost $299, which doesn't take too long, and we do buy them. I then decide to take a quick break and do some fishing, getting the next achievement fish for just catching one and cooking it. I also decided to go for the last radio tower. That's right, there's actually 4 towers in the game. It isn't too bad to get to, and when I do and turn it on, we get radio towers. Now with that, I meet MK at the factory, sending us off to get into the building, yet he can't join us since the programming stops it. But off we go. Once we make it in, MK contacts us, telling us to find the control center. While we continue to talk, or mostly listen, we hear the friendship between MK and Seb, being super close to the point of Seb supporting MK's dreams to leave this place, even though it seems Seb had heart for the shopkeepers. After Seb had shut down, MK wanted to join them, but he cares about the shopkeepers and doesn't want them to break apart, even if that means rebooting them. So we do what he dreams to do. Even though we listened to him, we got more endings to do. So I repeat the factory once more, except I don't select reboot and instead select shutdown. Despite this achievement getting me closer to 100%, it will become the biggest mistake I've made yet. But on the bright side first, we're allowed to steal from the shops crime-free, allowing me to cook some tea. But we now have to address the issues, since the shopkeepers are dead and we're not allowed to refill our truck, which will come to bite my head off much later. But it's now time for me to go for the hardest achievement in the game called Snowcats. The achievement requires me to find these little snowcats across the map, essentially being a collectible giving us cute little bobbleheads, with a grand total of 13, some being ungodly easy and others wanting me to take a bath with my toaster. So I make some progress collecting 4 of the 13, until I reach the wretched roof snowcat. The way you're supposed to reach it is to jump from this road onto the roof with enough speed. Not only do you have to land it, you also have a very high chance to explode. And if you miss and don't explode, you have a chance to spawn on the bottom and will have to drive all the way back up. I attempt for a solid 12 minutes of exploding constantly, until I eventually gave up and decided to try it later, going for the other 8 missing snowcats with me getting 6 of them. Then decided to go for the last ending, requiring me to enter the pawn shop and see an NPC I've never talked to and steal a CD. With the CD, I slowly drive back to the factory, and once I make it to the monitor, I then insert the CD, allowing me to repair and restore the SD units, now getting the last ending achievement. Now with the NPCs alive again, I refill my truck and get the last snowcats, but I still gotta do some petty deliveries for a little more gas. I then spend another 40 minutes getting on this roof. I even make it on at one point and choke it. But eventually with the nut deaths, I managed to land it.
He needs some milk!
And get this goddamn snowcat. Never again. With me getting the last 2 snowcats and getting the final achievement in the game. Ending this game once and for all. Easy Delivery Co. was a pretty nice, chill, cozy game, but the best way to describe it is this.
In my car right after a beer. Hey,
but no, it's a good game. I feel like giving it an 8 out of 10 jumping cliffs in the fun factor, and 4 out of 10 snowcats in the difficulty factor. The only reason that this is a 4 is because of that stupid roof cat. Otherwise, really chill game with nothing too bad, but never again. But I do suggest playing this game for yourself, just to kick back and relax. And it's pretty good for the secrets that people would like to seek out. And with that, stay chill and watch some anime.